Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. In this video I'm going to be doing the last stage of Blue Flags, the roadmap that is up obviously to get this crate effectively to just get yourself some blue flags and the RNG crate to potentially get some black flags. Now I was going through this and hit a stage, as you can see, stage 4, and it kind of wrecked me and I only just scraped through, so I decided to remake my team, and stage 5, as you can see, was a lot easier. And I kind of did a really messed around team. It wasn't a team that was any good. It doesn't have any offensive characters on it. And the primary damage dealer is a 4-star. So we're going to look at the team I've got on this. And it's this team right here. As you can see, we've got 3 support characters and a tank in Cal. And we just got heals basically for days. And the 4-star is Darnell. And the main reason we're going to be using him is because of the hemorrhage specialist skill now. There is another 4-star that has this. I believe her name is Sarah. And there is a 5-star that has this. It is going to be the ascendable Negan, obviously unascended. He has got hemorrhage. These are the only 2 characters that have hemorrhage as strong characters in terms of easy access, other than Darnell here. Now there is Zachary as an alert character, and there might be a hemorrhage character within Reds. I can't really remember, if I'm honest. You can only take strong and alerts on this stage, and that's the issue here. And basically that's what we're going to do. Now with these 2 characters here, I would potentially swap them out for like a shield just to protect my team a bit more, but I don't have a shield here. Or I would swap one of them out for a lacerator, because lacerator will double the hemorrhage every turn as well, and that will make things go a lot faster. But we're not going to do... Actually, yeah, we're going to do that because it will take a long time otherwise. I would put mods on the 4-star, even if it is a 4-star. Just make sure you get a crit mod on there, because that's what hemorrhage needs. To get hemorrhage to land, it has to hit a crit. As it says, when this specialist lands a critical hit on an enemy, that enemy suffers extreme bleeding, which increases every turn, plus 150 bleed damage per turn. Now it never wears off either. The character will just eventually die. Now I have got a faction mate who's put up a Carl for me, and this is just to make it so that, as you can see, it's just a very defensive team. Lots of defense stats is going to be here. As you can see, my Carl's got 4k HP, 3.5k defense is a Gen 1, which is nice. We've got Dante here with 5.5k. I'll put some mods on Rick just quickly as well. Okay, so Rick's got some mods on him as well now, and his stats have been boosted up a bit. I think I leveled up a couple more characters to level 10 on some of their mods, because I was just going for the bonuses. So we're just going to go on to hit the stage, and it's not really, rocket science here, to be honest. You've just got to hit each character once with Darnell, just like that. And you hit each character once, and that is pretty much it. The bonus HP from this character from basic attacking her doesn't matter, so it doesn't matter if that procs. And afterwards you can just go round with your stun weapons and just try and get stuns. And if you do have a lacerator, you can hit this obviously, and as you can see, I'll do it, and you should see it's doubled the hemorrhage. There we go, it's 300 now, and that will keep going up. You can potentially just keep doubling that if you want, but it's completely up to you. But I'm just going to go round and double basically the very first attack each time, and we're going to try and get another stun somewhere. There we go. Let's stun this guy, because there we go. So stuns everywhere, lots of control. We're going to keep the stuns going round. We didn't hit it on her, unfortunately. Can we stun this one? Did we? I don't know if we did. Going to lacerate that. So the bleeds are starting. There we go. Lacerate. And we can get a little bit of damage off. Just got to make sure no one's rushing. No big deal, but we've got control with this guy. We'll just keep the stuns trying to come in. It's very slow, but this is if you haven't got a team that's really like high end. All of these characters are Gen 1, I believe. So that's one character down. That's how quick it goes. And we'll try and get one in here. So everybody's got the bleed on them now. The priority target now is Holly, just so that she doesn't revive and she doesn't mess around. But we're going to try and get stuns elsewhere. Okay, we're going to lacerate Holly, so it'll be 2,000 now. And I think everyone else has got... No, this guy didn't have one. Okay, he's going to rush. Not sure what his rush does. That's a taunt. So she did revive, so I messed up. I did mess up. I could have controlled, but it doesn't reset anything, as you can see. And we're just gonna reset all this, get a bit of healing back. And who else has got high? Is he dead? Let me see. I think he's going to be dead when I do that. Okay. Oh no, he's not. There's a big hill there. What was that hill from? Oh, she's dead. Just a matter of time now. Who else do I need? Is this one? I think I needed to hit that one. Did I hit it? Can't really tell. There's so many like, things going on these characters. It's hard to tell if they have got hemorrhage or not. They're dropping like flies. Okay. Stuns. I'll lacerate yours. Stun you. Okay. We're not hitting crits because she's full AR. Okay. That's one thing to mention then. If she's full AR, you can run into the problem where your 4 stars won't hit her because she's got I think I can't remember what it's called. It's called dexterity, but what half of it is it? It's the evasion side of it will make it so that she's got reduced damage. You can sort of avoid that with AP down mods. All this, she's doing it to all my characters. I'm just gonna heal them. Let's I'll get through it like this. Okay, she's dead. Should be at least. You can't crit zeros apparently. Can't crit zeros. So that's how you can get through. It's all on Darnell. Just hitting those crits, getting those hemorrhage up. He was not targeted at all. If you've got a guardian shield, all the better. How many times did that proc? So many times. And those are all defensive characters. There was no one who's considered offensive on that team, I don't believe. We'll hit it up again. So everyone. Oh, okay. Rick is considered offensive, but you do not need to take a lacerator. If you have one, fantastic. If you don't, it doesn't matter. I'd say Bruce is pretty good if you've got him, just because he's got control. Shiva's pretty good because she's got a little bit of control with her rush. You know, Violet's great because she's got active revive and heals. Wyatt's even good because he's got control on his active. And I'd stick mainly with greens just so you've got the stun on attack weapons. If you've got those available to you, it's just extra levels of control. And if you really need to, I'd say even SR Zeke would be okay because he'll give you massive amounts of stats. I would say if you've got a revive, it's very good just because it's sort of just in case someone gets dropped. So otherwise, pretty straightforward, not too hard. And it's all down to that Darnell. 4-star. He's not even an offensive character, just that specialist skill. And like I said, there are other characters that are available to get this. If I go to specialist and we just scroll along a little bit, it is Sarah here and it is the 5-star Negan, who are like really easily available, these three. In terms of, this was an event character very recently, has been on war wheels. These two characters are just on random 4-star wheels pretty much, and may even be in basic tokens at this point. Here's an example of another team I used on my other region. Pretty straightforward, same sort of deal, but I just went with stats boosting from Ezekiel instead. I didn't have that second leader because I don't have a lacerator on that region, so I used my brother's lacerator and I got the stats boost from Ezekiel's rush instead. I do have a shield there, however, and it was much smoother with a shield, obviously. The focus attacks on the shields could be dangerous if you don't have a revive, which I didn't. But with the Cal, you know, the Guardian shields, it went okay in the end. And I didn't actually mod Negan very well. I didn't actually mod him at all. And that was a mistake because I wasn't hitting those crits just really easily. But otherwise, it was just as smooth as what we saw in the one I just played through just now. I'd say even if anything, just a little bit smoother just because of the shield. And that enabled me to complete the roadmap on both my regions. And these are what you're doing it for, at least this time round. Obviously, you can use that sort of team on any roadmap, but when that Blue Flags roadmap comes back, it's an easy, reusable team. And you're going for these blue flags, of which I get 7. I still haven't got Roxy, but I've got 7 more blue flags, and maybe some black flags. 5-star tokens. Okay, so hopefully that's helped you if you needed a little bit of assistance in terms of getting through that map. Not too difficult if you've just got some tanky characters and one of those 4-star hemorrhage characters. It'll be slow. You need a bit of control for the revive stages, but it's pretty straightforward otherwise. That's the end of my video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.